So, first of all, good afternoon, everybody, and of course, thanks very much for joining us here today. I'd like to thank Luis and his team for putting this all together, giving us the opportunity to showcase our wonderful property in Cebu. As some of you who sat in on the earlier panels, I did mention that we've only been open for 2.5 months, so it's a very soft opening, and we'd like you to come and visit in a few months' time, just not yet. Okay. So let's see if we can get this working. Whoops. Right, let me tell you just a little something about NUSTAR. NUSTAR is the flagship property of our company, Universal Hotels and Resorts Incorporated, and it's a privately owned corporation of the Gokongwei Group. It's focused primarily on integrated resorts and gaming within the region. We do have 3 properties. The 2 properties that are already open, the one's open in General Santos, it's called Grand Imperial, and the other property is called also Grand Imperial in Opal, in Misamis Oriental. And then of course we have NUSTAR, which is now our flagship property. Just as proof of our commitment to opening this property, we broke ground in 2019, and we built throughout the pandemic. We suffered a very large typhoon, which fortunately gave us a little bit of extra time to get open. And of course, we faced a lot of logistical challenges throughout the world, with the challenges we faced with, of course, the Ukraine-Russian war. The logistics and supply of electronics is also very difficult, but we've managed to open. So that just shows the commitment of the company. These are the properties. Okay, why Cebu? There are 3 main factors that the company chose Cebu. Obviously, it is a very important tourism location for the Philippines, and there's a large amount of tourists that actually flock through Cebu to the central Visayas area. Secondly, it has a very robust and diverse economy, and its accessibility and infrastructure is most impressive. Just looking a little bit at our center of tourism, it has a very diverse natural and historical resources, a very rich culture. It's got great sea and transportation infrastructure. It's got a wealth of accommodation. There are so many resorts just around Mactan Island itself. And it's second only to Manila in terms of direct and foreign international air arrivals. Today, it remains as a must-go destination for domestic and foreign travelers. We also have the support of the national and local governments. In fact, the new Secretary of Tourism actually hails from Cebu, so we expect Cebu to have a bit of a boost in its recovery. Digging a little bit deeper into the robust and diverse economy, Cebu province actually leads the economy of the Central Visayas, and it's followed by Cebu City. And Cebu was also the richest province in 2020. The economy is further driven by manufacturing, wholesale and retail trade, real estate, and also professional and business services. Digging into the infrastructure. The Mactan Cebu International Airport has a very large competitive edge because it's got great connectivity to all the city's many cities within the Philippines, as well as to all the large cities around Southeast Asia with many direct flights. The terminal also has the airport has a new international terminal, which has now increased the amount of arrivals to a possible 12.5 million as opposed to the 4.5 million. So you can see that they are geared up for more international travel over the coming years. It's also they're also building a second runway, which is going to further enhance that opportunity. I'm sure many of you have heard about the Cebu-Cordova Link Expressway. This is the bridge that now links the mainland to Mactan. If any of you have been there, you would have seen that there's only 2 bridges, and if you get stuck on those bridges, it can take you quite some time. But obviously now the bridge has really improved the opportunity to get to the airport. But to make it even quicker, they're going to start construction of the Lapu-Lapu Expressway, the LLEX, which connects the CCLX to MCIA. A little bit about NUSTAR's vision. So, it's not just lip service, but of course every IR wants to make its name, but we just want to be the #1 leisure entertainment destination in the region. We aim to achieve and keep top-of-mind awareness, and we dedicate ourselves to delivering world-class attractions and offer new dining, retail, entertainment and gaming experiences within the Central Visayas region. A little bit about the property. The property is built on a 9.7 hectare area in Kawit Island, which is along the South Road properties, which is an emerging lifestyle and business district. It sports 300,000, it sports 300,000 square meters of GFA, of which 21,000 is the casino. UHRI wanted to bring something new to the region, almost astronomical or galactical. I had to practice that word quite a few times. So besides the wonderful architecture, the name actually takes its inspiration from the North Star, called Polaris. The North Star is the same as the morning star and the evening star. So it is a beacon. We sort of compare it to NUSTAR to a beacon that will attract you. If you fly in, you'll see NUSTAR on the left-hand side. At night, the lights are going to be spectacular as well. So looking at some of our offerings, we have, I'll dig into each of these a little bit further on. New flavors, new style, new spectacle, new thrills, new warmth, new celebration, and new rewards. Some of our new flavors. We have 3 restaurants open at the moment. We are in a phased opening. The first of which is Il Primo. This is the Italian steakhouse, and I recommend that you go and visit it when you're there. It is really fantastic. Fina. Fina is our Philippine casual dining. And Sheng Tang Di, which is our Southeast Asian Chinese cuisine. And this is actually our most popular utilized restaurant at the moment. Quite surprisingly, Chinese restaurant over there is quite busy. And coming soon, is the country's first Mott 32. Now, Mott 32 is a very well-known world restaurant. Comes out of Hong Kong. They do have a few branches throughout the world, in Vancouver, Singapore, and so on. This will be opening in August 27th. It is extremely famous because there's a Michelin awarded chef. His name is Lee Man Singh. A little bit about the island of New Style. So this is about the mall and the offerings. The mall will feature 4 levels of luxury retail, dining and entertainment offerings. We don't quite look like that yet, but we will soon. Of course, the mall will have many high-end luxury brands for all the ladies who want to come and spend their money on. I can't tell you the brands yet. Yeah, the luxury brands. And of course, a food hall as well. Other offerings include al fresco dining. We have on the first floor, facing Mactan Island and Cebu. You can be able to sit on the al fresco balcony there and look out over the CC Lakes and watch the planes land. It's a spectacular view. Right, the island of New Spectacle. This talks a little bit more about our entertainment offerings. The first is the stage, the premier cinemas, leisure park, sky deck, and the boardwalk. There'll be a 1,300 seat ultra-modern theatre, exclusively for promotions, musicals, and concerts, as well as 2 premier cinemas with 80 seats each, and these can be rented out for some private viewing as well. Of course, every IR needs some entertainment for the kids, so the leisure park will be built on the 5th floor, I believe, and it will have quite a lot of fun activities there which are yet to be announced. And second lastly, on the top floor, very similar to MBS, there's a sky deck, not quite the same size, but it's on the 24th floor, and you'll be walking on a glass. As you can see that it's also very scary. And then, of course, there's a promenade, a 580-meter promenade walkway where you can walk through and view Mactan Island. Island of New Warmth. We have three hotels. There will be 3 hotels with 1,000 keys. The first is the NUSTAR Hotel. A couple of slides. And then there's the Philly, which is the first authentic Filipino 5-star hotel. Followed by the Grand Summit. Coming. The Grand Summit is more geared up for the MICE, for MICE customers. Right, Island of New Celebrations. In addition, we've got ballrooms, function rooms, convention center. The ballroom has got 10 function rooms as well. We can take up to 900 guests in there for weddings and so on. Island of New Thrills, of course, we have a casino. So when we fully open, we'll sport 250 tables and up to 1,500 machines. There'll also be an entertainment bar called Access, where there'll be shows and we'll do draws and events there. And of course, every IR does have to have its own rewards club. For where guests can earn points, and also, let me just regroup here quickly. Earn points, get priority access to the events, and also enjoy the exclusive offers. So what's next for NUSTAR? As I mentioned, we're still in the phased opening. Over the next 18 months to 2 years, the entertainment bar will be added. There'll be 40 more dining areas, convention space, new mall, Skydeck, leisure park, and the boardwalk. For more information, please check out these 3 social media websites where you can find out any more information on NUSTAR. And to close, please come visit us and experience the island of new possibilities. Thank you.
I know I've subjected you to thousands of times, sitting in the audience, so I thought I'd get back here. When completed, what is going to be your estimated gaming versus non-gaming revenues?
I would say our gaming revenues are going to be about 80%.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes. The hotels are priced, obviously, in such a way to support gaming operations, because with only 1,000 keys, most of those rooms will be taken up by our casino guests from international marketing and casino marketing. The mall itself and the restaurants do very well, but of course we know in comparison to the VIP gaming, the premium mass segment, it's going to be much less. But not to be scoffed at all about those revenues there, because of course integrated resort requires all of the supporting departments to fulfill its true potential.
Within the gaming tables versus slots?
Gaming tables at the moment we're 50-50, but we don't have any VIP yet. Okay. So of course we have our internal competition between table games and EGMs, but we'll soon overtake them when we open the VIP.
Okay, thank you for that.
Sure.